Is this the best buffet at Disney World?
Princess Bear here today. We're in Animal Kingdom Lodge, but it's time to return to what might be the king of buffets.
Boma.
Yes, remember, which is number one choice of food infotainment. When there's something to explore food-wise, we're going to be there. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Can I climb down on one of these roofs?
It's time to foodie and chill. A returning friend, the Tofu Scramble. I always love a good tofu scramble. Last time I had one was at 1900 Park Fair. Cheers. It's not bad. It needs a little more seasoning. Thankfully we have salt and pepper here on the table. I could use salt, pepper, and hot sauce. Maybe some of that shakalaka. I'll just put it all over this. This is good to like add to things. Like I might put it in the Mickey Waffle. Oh, like we did at 1900 Park Fair. Scramble, Mickey Waffle, syrup if I can get some. That is the way. I give this a 3.5 out of 5 tofu scrambles. It's pretty tasty.
I feel at times like the tofu scramble is a lost art, like manners or being a decent human being. All lost art forms. But tofu scramble, look at that. The color, the tomatoes. It's easy to make, but at the same time, extremely hard to get like the balance and everything perfect. With the number of veggies, just the smell that's coming off. It smells like tofu scramble. Let's see if the taste holds up. I like the ratio of veggies. The seasonings are good, but they do come out just a little bit gritty. They could have backed up just a tad. Not too much, just a tad. But as far as like feeling like I'm getting a scramble, it's giving that vibe. It just needs a little bit of adjustment. I'd give this 4 out of 5 plus.
I think this is the dawning of the impossible sausage. I'm not sure. Our server said that this is impossible. I have not seen an impossible sausage. It kind of looks like a Beyond. It doesn't smell like a Beyond. If I put these pieces together... No, that looks like a Beyond for sure. Alright, well let's just go with it. Let's just see what it is, yeah? Cheers. It's Beyond. It's a beautifully charred Beyond. I'm thinking about dunking it in this maple syrup over here. Wow. There are some places that know how to cook Beyond, and then there's some places that know how to cook Beyond. And Boma knows how to cook Beyond. Unlike other places, excuse me. I don't know what that was. I will give it a 3 out of 5 Beyonds.
Looking like this Beyond sausage had a glow up. I have never seen a Beyond sausage look this pretty ever in my life. The slightly charred edges, the color, the seasoning. Honestly, I could have been fooled into thinking this is impossible before I took a bite into it. But the color is unmistakable. That Beyond flavor, however, is not. You put a bunch of plant-based sausages in a lineup, blindfolded me. I don't know how the scenario popped in my head. And I had to lick each one. I'd be able to pick the Beyond sausage every single time, bar none. That is a flavor you can just not hide. The char, excellent. Beyond, but I'm still giving it 3.75 out of 5. Well, beautifully done at the very least.
It's a Mickey, so fine. I was kind of hoping for Nala waffles, like when we went to Sanaa for breakfast, but it's a Mickey. I can't be mad at Mickey. And of course, as is tradition, we take the ear. Now I did ask for Earth Balance butter, so I got some Earth Balance. It's been sitting, so it's nice and soft. It's so funny to me that you can get this at Boma, but then right across the way at Jiku, they have no Earth Balance for you. It's right across the way. I just don't understand. I never will. And then of course maple syrup, they didn't have any little containers, so I got it in a bowl, which is fine because I am a dunker. I'm not a pourer. If I was a pourer, I would have a bad time. Everything is better with Earth Balance. I just have to say that. It just adds a nice little extra flavor. I 100% am going to do our 1900 Park Fair hack here. the tofu scramble and the maple syrup and add the earth balance too. That is a 4.75 out of 5 Mickey's. It gets bonus points for the earth balance. It's just an average Mickey Waffle, but it's better with butter.
Even though I know it's a statement that probably is going to come back to haunt me in 2 to 3 years. Symbolically, I'm taking Mickey's ear here because he seems to have a problem listening to his cast members when they want a livable wage. So I eat his ears first. It's a well-cooked waffle. Crisp on the outside, soft on the inside. Syrup's a nice touch. I don't do the earth balance like the princess does. I'm not a huge fan of butter either on my waffles or my pancakes. But as far as the waffle, it's representing. I would give it 3 out of 5. Community. We have sausage, pork style. One of the very cute touches they do have here at Boma is, in addition to like the names of the items on the little placards and sometimes like a little mini description, they also have the Afrikaans, the African name of the item there. So a little bit of learning while you eat, which I do love. I wish they had turkey sausage, but pork, I know is in general that's usually what you get at a sausage. It's good, it's tasty, it's not too greasy. It's a well done sausage. It makes me miss the boar sausage, which you can get at Sanaa Breakfast. If you haven't done Sanaa Breakfast, we definitely recommend that you do that. But it's okay. This is 3 out of 5 plus. As proof to the community that I am in fact behaving and listening to their many, many concerns about my health, I did bring Lactaid, the sausage and gravy, so I don't get sick. And yes, I keep my Lactaid in a Pez dispenser. Judge me, or send us interesting Pez dispensers. Maybe I want to trade them out. Maybe I want like a Spider-Man Pez dispenser. Maybe I want a Shrek Pez dispenser.
Go get your own too.
I can get my own. But if you find an interesting one, is all I'm saying. So, sausage and gravy. It is pork sausage. Nice buttermilk biscuits. They're nice and fluffy already. You can tell that digging in. And they don't come pre-made, so you get the biscuits without. Or use as much sausage and gravy as you want. Cheers. The key, sausage and gravy. If you're gonna do it, it's the spiced breakfast sausage. Not just regular sausage. Spiced breakfast sausage in the gravy is what sells the dish. Otherwise, it's really just biscuits and gravy. And for breakfast, you gotta tailor it towards your meal. Is what I'm saying. That is very well done. I'm not gonna fill up on that, but I could very easily. 3.75 out of 5 plus. Luckily for me, they graced me with 2 different kinds of pancakes. I don't care how small the pancakes are, because I'm gonna pile them no matter what I do. But they do have both plain pancakes, obviously not vegan, and chocolate chip. I don't love chocolate chip pancakes. I think chocolate chips are probably one of the worst toppings for a pancake. And I can already hear you guys typing in the comments. That's fair, I probably deserve that. But I just personally do not love it. So I'm gonna start with this. Nice and fluffy. Don't even need the knife. Nice huge hit of chocolate on it. It's a chocolate cake, all right. Chocolate with a side of pancake. It's intense. I wish the chocolate chips were a bit more spread out. Obviously, when you're mixing dough, cook it on a flat top. That's going to happen from time to time. There are plenty to pick from. Pick your perfect distribution. Take your time. I know there's a line behind you, but nobody's going anywhere. Everybody's here to eat. I would give the chocolate chip pancake a 3.75 out of 5 plus. Now we have the plain pancake. Naked as the day it was born. Fluffy, pillowy heaven, honestly. Pancakes are so perfect on their own for me. I really can't see the point of adding anything else. I know, plain pancakes. I love, okay? Love plain pancakes. No butter, no fruit, No whipped topping.
Syrup.
A little bit of syrup in my pancake. And I defile the princess syrup.
I'm done with the syrup. You can have it.
Oh, and I'm dipping it. Give it in the bath. That was on accident, not on purpose.
And this is why.
That's all the breakfast I need. I'm done. I don't want anything else. I'm kidding. I got more for me, but delicious. 4.5 out of 5 plus. Apparently, I'm about to have an excellent day. They literally have an entire egg station. Scrambled eggs, omelets. It's eggy. Very eggy. The star is herbed or scrambled eggs with goat cheese. I do love me some goat cheese. Now, goat cheese has a little of what I can call the funk. Okay, it's got a little bit of that. It's just heavy. Like, think like blue cheese, but not so sharp. It's definitely got some funk. I suggest you try it. At the very least. At least one time. It's a good cheese. It's a cheese that I can actually have without lactates. I'm appreciative of that. It's a good scramble. It's on the verge of being too cheesy if that's possible for an omelet, which I really don't think it is. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 plus. The Western omelet. I guess there's something about green red peppers and ham that just makes an omelet want to don a cowboy hat and ride off in the sunset. Apparently that's what they do in the West. Don't know, never been there. We asked the princess one day what a Western omelet is.
You've been there.
I'm just mischievous, Bear, don't mind me. Green red pepper, give it some flava. As I said, not spice, but flava. It's a good representation of a Western omelet that you can see at any breakfast restaurant. It's light, it's fluffy, and made for you. So, 3.5 out of 5 points. Here we have the probably one of the most vanilla omelets, close to the most vanilla of the three. It is a ham and cheese omelet. It's just bits of ham, bits of cheese, folded over, cooked just for you. Got a little cheese pull to it though. Look at that. Look at that. I take back everything I said about it being the most boring thing. Ham and Swiss omelet. Okay, I see what you're going for there. I kind of like that. 4 out of 5. Here we have the saddest omelet to ever grace the plate, the plain cheese omelet. Now I know you vegetarians, I don't forget about you, so I did go the extra mile, and I got the cheese omelet just for you. Nice cheesy smile in the center, egg on both sides. Let's see how it represents. Nice sharp cheddar, lightly buttered. It's a classic, if that. 3.5 out of 5.
Here we have our Princess and the Bear food hack, Boma edition. We're going to cut the Mickey in half. It won't be hard because this Mickey is mostly hollow. Then I'm going to get some Earth Balance butter and I'm going to spread that on the Mickey. Just all nice and spread and pretty. Now, usually I would dunk, but I'm going to pour this time. The smallest amount is going to be messy. Maple syrup. And then the creme de la resistance, tofu scramble. Just going to put some beautiful tofu scramble in here. Just load her up. Not butter. Now I'm going to sandwich it together. Nice little sandwich. It's like, what do they call those things at McDonald's? An egg McMuffin? McGriddle. It's a McGriddle. Vegan style.
Stuffed waffles. are quickly becoming our best case of letting the foodie thoughts win. You try to attack, definitely tag us in it. Hashtag Princess and the Bear, or whatever else you want to tag us in. Disney, you need to steal this idea and make it available in the parks.
I got basically a pog juice with vodka, and the good thing about this is that you have like unlimited pog juice. You can just keep adding pog juice and just adding to the drink. And yeah, it'll, you know, get less strong as you go down, but that's fine. You're still making the drink last. I mean, it mostly just tastes like pog juice anyway. You can barely taste the vodka at all. I don't know. I don't think I would proactively get this. Unfortunately, majority, if not all of the drinks, but 2 on the specialty list are not vegan. Or sorry, 2 are vegan. The rest are not. Champagne's or sparkling wine is not vegan, so it's either this or a tequila sunrise with this. It's either this or this with grenadine. I don't know. 3 out of 5 hog juices. Maybe I would just rather just drink hog juice by itself instead.
Vodka juice is like the base of every cocktail. It's like spirit, juice. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's just, here's what we got, so you're gonna drink that. I almost feel like vodka is a little bit too sharp. And pog juice was on. Pog juice is really sweet, but like plain vodka is just so direct. You understand my meaning, flavor-wise? A flavor vodka would make this much better. As it is, I can honestly see drinking just water other than this. It's basically what it tastes like. I would give it 2.5 out of 5. Here we have a sweet little honeybee. This one, hopefully, will not sting me. You have a small batch of the 4 Roses Bourbon with some lemon juice, honey, dehydrated orange, and a little bit of like honeycomb there on top. Obviously, I don't need it, but it's pretty. It's the aesthetic. It's a vibe, a moment, if you will. Ooh. I don't get it much. Here's what I need. I need you to put these in like IV bags, right? And go up to your lounge, put on hooks, right into my veins. It's perfect. That would be, if I can get this at any of the bars around this resort, I'll forget that smoked turkey ever existed. That's a 5 out of 5 clause. I'm absolutely in love with that. I would marry it, but I'm in love with it. Like, lusting after it. So here we have the corn and mealy pap. This is just white cornmeal made creamy. Normally you would put the shashuka they have on there, and this time I just got it plain. But we have the shashuka before, and it's the vegan thing the princess can have. So I'm just getting this. Now, this is like one of the things I talked about here recently is like when you can make something, right? And say like the dairy portion doesn't matter, it should just be vegan. Just make your lives easier if it was vegan. Mealy pop. Nobody's gonna notice the butter and dairy. You can easily replace that with something plant-based and then have a shashuka with mealy pap that people could have. Unfortunately, this part's not vegan. But so delicious. The perfect amount of like creamy, it's not like gritty or anything else like that. Goes down well. Nice and thick. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Here we have the most beautiful Boma tea, and I think, I might be wrong, but I think this is the first time that I've had this, because the last time we were here, I did not get Boma tea, and that was 2021. It's been a long time since we've been here for breakfast. Let me go ahead and dive right in here. It's gotta have just egg, yeah, goodness. Ooh, wow. Some meats is in here? It's like a little quiche, almost. All right, this is a little difficult to get. Cheers. Interesting flavors, but all very mild. You just taste a lot of the, I think it's maybe it's beyond. You can taste a lot of the plant-based meat in here. It's quite a bit. I like the top. It's a little hard though. If you don't want to come to Boma and do the full meal experience, you can get this specific item at the Mara quick service for breakfast. Just go over there and ask. I like this. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 bobuti. I think I let it sit for a little bit. Maybe that's why it's just mush inside and hard on top. Maybe if I had it like immediately, it would be a little bit better.
The plant-based bobuti. One of the main reasons you come to Boma, and this also applies to Tuscany, Animal Kingdom, is they have some of those unique items that you can get, both vegan and non-vegan, at any of the buffets. They have just in this bobuti, they could have just made a just scramble for the princess, but they love to make their dishes unique and thoughtful. This is filled with plant-based meat, this tomato topping, and like literally, it's a little plant-based quiche, like the princess said. It is a bit on the thicken. I'm not mad at that. I know it's well cooked at the very least. Dig it in there. Pull. Trying to flip this plate on my head. There we go. The savory flavors. When that tomato on top of the just hits. And then you get a little bit of bite of the plant-based meat. It's kicking. I can down with the flavors a little bit on that one. It feels a little bit muted compared to what we've got in the past. Definitely compared to the non-bean bobuti, but I need either one. Go back to Only. Probably most of the reason we come here is a chance of getting some bobuti and get your minds out of together. It's just food. I'd give it 4 out of 5 bucks.
Then we have this beautiful charred tomato. Now, as a Persian person, tomato on a barbecue with a char is like in my culture. Like we love barbecue tomatoes. So I'm excited to try this one again. It's been some years. I could use a little more char, but I could always use a little more char. It's also seasoned and it's got like, I almost feel like I ate French bread, like a garlic French bread. That's amazing. That's a 5 out of 5. That is a princess's item. You need to put this tomato on like, well, I would say get toast, but none of the toasts are vegan for some reason. But they have jams for it. But if they did have a vegan toast, you could get the gluten-free allergy rolls. I don't know. If you're gluten-free, maybe do that with tomato on top. But it needs like a toast or something. You can make avocado toast with this. I'm just going on and on about this tomato, but it's really good.
Charred tomato is like our caviar. You know? A nice, good charred tomato, I'll take with anything. Like literally anything. Hunk of meat, hunk of tofu, breakfast, lunch. Like it's really not a bad time ever for a charred tomato. And the thing, as a child, I hated tomatoes. So they were mushy and gross, and now I can't imagine life without them. I do a little bit more charred, but I love that the smoky the tomato got. Garlic, excellent. 4.5 out of 5.
And the world's saddest asparagus right here. Everybody was skipping the veggies and trying to go to the meats because of where the asparagus and the tomato are. They're just kind of like in the corner. Nobody wanted them. So they're also blocking me from getting the asparagus. So I think I got like the saddest asparagus possible because I could like barely reach through to get what I needed. Cheers. Seasoned very well. Seasoned perfectly. Nice and smoky, beautiful char. I love that. I wish more people on the line were getting the asparagus. They really don't know what they're missing. I really give it a 4 out of 5. This better guy.
Asparagus. It looks like a tree. And I like vegetables that look like trees. I have no other words. Perfectly cooked. Not hard or rubbery. Nicely seasoned. I think it does asparagus right. I know a lot of people love asparagus. That looks a little weird, looks a little strange. A lot of people look strange. And yet, they still can eat. I'm not a cannibal though. At least I don't think so. I give that 3.5 out of 5 plus. We have oatmeal. Now usually I'm really excited for this oatmeal.
The cool thing about the oatmeal that they have is 2 different kinds, and then a whole plethora of toppings. I got banana chips. They also have like raisins and some nuts and stuff. Now this is why I am not excited about this, because we try everything on this channel, or you know, we try to be a little open-minded when it comes to food. Oatmeal, listed vegan and gluten-free. It's not gluten-free, but the 2 that are listed is regular and coconut. I got the coconut and I put plantain chips on it, or banana chips, sorry. I commit to my mistakes, but I'm doing this because I think that it's always better to try something new and have an opinion about it than not try it and just assume that it's bad. Cheers. Yeah, I actually love it. I don't taste coconut at all. If anything, it just makes it like really creamy. We do oatmeal at home, and it's usually with oat milk, and it gives you a creamy, but not this level of creamy. And then they pre-cinnamoned it. That is fire. I'm actually shocked that I love this. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princessities item. I'm glad it's a buffet, because I think I'm going to be doing a couple of these. This is really, really good.
For just a second, I'm going to need everybody here to admire the princess for her bravery, because she absolutely despises coconut. If I normally gave her a choice between coconut oatmeal and regular oatmeal, can't think of a single reality, planet, or multiverse where she would choose coconut. For that, since I know about 70% of you, 72, aren't subscribed, I'm going to need you to hit that button. She deserves to subscribe for eating this oatmeal. Me, I don't deserve anything, but she definitely deserves it. Back to the oatmeal. Banana chips, I feel like she got this for me, because I love banana, and I love oatmeal. I don't much love coconut, but it speaks to me a little bit. That's not half bad. I do detect a small bit of coconut, but it's so minuscule in the back, you could easily ignore it, especially with banana chips on top. We put some other fixins on here. Coconut boom. This is some grade A oatmeal. I'm glad they have so many fixins. Normally you see a buffet, especially those other buffets where there's just oatmeal. You may get like a fixin or 2. But fixins, period, we like that. Give that 4 out of 5 plus. Straight from the carving station in the fire, we have the sliced country ham, topped with the signature Boma mustard that is chipotle with teriyaki and a mustard. Nice thick slices. I got a single slice. They'll give you as many slices as you want. Don't be afraid to go back for more, but I got a lot of food to eat. I'll limit myself. That mustard, even before I get to the meat, is amazing. It's the perfect balance of the spice of chipotle and that sort of like tangy sweet you get from teriyaki. It goes excellent on the ham. The ham's nice and juicy, it's well cooked. It's meaty. If you're looking for your meat portion of today's buffet, this is definitely it. Just don't skip on the sauces. 4.25 out of 5 stars. So here we have the turkey bobo tie, or bo booty, as we call it, with this scrambled eggs, peppers, bits of turkey in there, some red peppers. This is like the signature item here at Boma. I know most of you will go straight to the carving station, you get your ham, and you'll ignore this. If you do that though, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because this is seriously always consistently one of the best things you can get here at Boma. And it's one of the things you can only get here and I'm gonna launch. Eggy, meaty deliciousness, the peppers. It's like it's basically like an egg casserole, but think about it like an omelet in a different form with different seasonings. And you're about there. I did that 4.75 out of 5.
In my final little hack, I took my leftover tofu scramble and my leftover beyond and I chopped it up. And I made myself a nice little extra scramble. Now this is really what I should be stuffing that Mickey Waffle in. Always do food hacks when you're in the buffet. It's the place to explore new foodie things. You can find this at the salad bar. We had this last time. This is guava. No, it's papaya, grapefruit, and avocado together in like a sauce. And I do not do grapefruit, especially not like I might do it like as a flavor, but not like this. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of the avocado as the grapefruit wants to come with me. And I'm gonna take the guava. Bear can have the grapefruit. It's very, very good for a fruit salad, and I think I only like it because I didn't eat the grapefruit. If I ate the grapefruit, I would make the same face I made last time I tried this. They do also have a fruit salad that I did not get, and that is because the fruit salad contains mango, and I don't want to contaminate the table and make they're allergic. So we're just sticking with this. That is, fruit salad's probably going to be the only thing that we don't try today. And maybe a couple of the yogurt parfaits. I don't know if Bear's going to do that or not, but it's still good. I would give it a 3 out of 5 salads.
Griffin fruit and avocado. There's a story about why I call grapefruit griffin fruit. As a youngster, so like yesterday, I used to hang out at a package store in North Florida, like a hole-in-the-wall package store where like you just sat at the counter and drank. There was an old guy that used to impart life lessons, and he always ordered a griffin fruit and vodka. And ever since then, I've called it griffin fruit. Nothing to do with this review at all, just sticks in my head. So, avocado and grapefruit for breakfast. Stranger things have happened. It's strange how well that works. That bite that you normally get, that sharp, like, I just dragged my tongue over sandpaper that you normally get with grapefruit, almost completely negated by the avocado. And with the sweetness of the papaya, I think I probably wouldn't even notice. It's a nice, like, loose bouche. What we're looking for?
Yeah.
I would give it a 4 out of 5 balls. Yogurt parfait. Now, the yogurt parfait actually comes in 2 versions. You can get it with or without the nuts on the buffet. So you can just get it with the fruit and the yogurt. And because it's yogurt, I'm thinking more lactate to make sure I don't pass out here at the table. I wouldn't pass out. I would just go sprinting to the nearest restroom. We're gonna take the smallest bit because I don't want to scare the community. A little bit of yogurt, a lot of fruit. How about that? Yeah? See? Tiny bit. Bear safe bit. I thought the granola would be soggy. But they layered it in such a way they put the fruit on top of the yogurt and the granola on top of that, so it doesn't get soggy. So when you bite into it, you get a nice bite. And it's a good ratio of the granola to the fruit and the yogurt. You go for like a sweet topper on your breakfast. I would pick this over any of the Danishes or anything else I have up there. I would give that 4 out of 5 plus. Here we have the ancient grain salad, a little miniature salad dose. I feel like if you're going to give us like the pre-made salads here at any Disney buffet, they should come like this in like a little, I don't know if you call it a ramekin, but a little like bowl. Gives you the personal portion, and then it's decorated and portioned out in the ratio that the chef dictates. I can go wild on salad day of the week, but every once in a while, I want to know how the pros do it. Now, this breaks the princess's heart because it's not vegan because of the feta cheese, but everything in here are things that she would eat. You have the quinoa, you have the honeyed raisins, blueberries, strawberries, and they have vegan feta cheese in the parks, in the resorts. The worst part about the salad, like the worst part, the part that like gets me in the pit of the stomach, is that I can't share this with Princess. She would love this. Love. The feta is like that extra touch on top with everything. Quinoa, the raisins, a little bits of seeds in here. It's all like a nice one-hitter quitter of the salad. It's quite good. I would give that 5 out of 5 claws. It's given top tier rabbit food. Yes, my Disney buffet faithfuls, I know. I can't leave the buffet and not get the bacon. I was tempted, because I had a lot of meat today. But it just wouldn't be a Disney buffet if I didn't get tired. Looks like it needs makeover Disney bacon. This one's a little bit greasy, a little drippy, but it looks crispy at least. It looked a lot crispier than it actually was. And it's a little bit overly greasy. Mind you, it was a fresh pan, so it was like piled on top. But still, give that 2.5 out of 5 plus. To me, one of the worst parts about any buffet, and this isn't a Disney problem, it's a buffet problem, is the sliced meats. I get it, it's a charcuterie board, sort of like outlet. You got your cheeses, you got your meats. I don't come to a buffet to eat charcuterie. You have a slicing station with carved actual meats, and I can get cheeses all over the buffet. Why would I just want sliced cheese and meats? Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you're on a diet on the buffet.
On a bagel.
Maybe on a bagel. Maybe.
They have bread, you can make a sandwich.
Yeah, they have a toasting machine. You can toast your bread and your bagel as well, or any of your bread items really. So I decided that because of who we are, I must at least try them. So I got the sliced ham. Just looks like deli ham. No special African seasonings, just ham. It's ham. I almost see it's pre-sliced. I'm gonna give them more credit to that. I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Now, almost as a form of self-punishment, I got, as it's labeled, cured pork salami. I feel like when you get into like the world of like sliced delicacy meats, the more disgusting the combination, the fancier they claim that it is. Putting cured in front of it doesn't make salami any less disgusting. Okay? Delusions of grandeur on the best day. I hate salami so much. It tastes like somebody rubbed the bottom of their foot on this. And that's all salami. That's not Disney. This is what I imagine a shark goes through when it bites into a human, because we're gross. It's a 2 out of 5 plus. Boiled egg, hard boiled. It's eggy, it's slidey, it's slippery. You know, sometimes I too consume. Ah, there we go. Hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. And use a little salt and or pepper, but you have that here on the table. That's enough for me though. Yeah. 3 out of 5 plus. I was looking forward to these. I have never seen these here at Boma for breakfast, but these are smoked salmon deviled eggs. I absolutely adore deviled eggs in all their forms, but then I realized halfway through picking this up is that it's like a smoked salmon spread with capers on top of like a normal deviled egg with a little bit of red onion. That it's most likely smoked salmon spread and not like fresh smoked salmon, which means more than likely, especially consulting the allergy guy, and always ask for one of those if you need one. There's probably cream cheese in it. And cream cheese can be lactose resistant, lactate resistant. They don't always work. So I'm gonna take a baby bite, even though I wanted to devour these whole. That's not a smart idea, because we got things to do today. It looks so good though. Man. Topped with capers, like tons of capers. It's an appropriate amount of capers. It tastes so good. But there's definitely cream cheese in that, so I can't have any more. And that saddens me, because it is absolutely delicious. I'll give that 4.5 out of 5 plus. I made a mess. I got a variety of things from the pastry section. There's tons more up there, but this is what I started with. I think I'm gonna start with the croissant. Poor princess, just can't catch a break. All these croissants, not vegan. So more croissant for me. Nice, fluffy, light. This is the perfect kind of croissant to bean your sibling in the head with. Just don't tell your parents that I told you to do it. It's a nice, fluffy, lightly buttered croissant. It's everything a croissant should be. It's hitting all the points and leaving nothing for anybody else. Give that 4.5 out of 5 plus. Here we have something a little bit more of the usual fare. It's just a regular Disney cinnamon roll. No funky filling, no ethnic spices. It's just a cinnamon roll, iced. It's not even airport Cinnabon, but it'll do. 3 out of 5 plus. Here's an interesting one that I didn't expect. This is a cranberry orange bread pudding. Now there was a vanilla sauce people on there as well. I'm not a huge fan of vanilla sauce in any of its different incarnations, so I just decided to get this by itself. It looks moist enough, so let's hope I wasn't wrong. Plenty of cranberries in there. You can see those like all fluffy like. If it's something that Disney resorts seem to love to pump out on a bakery level, it's definitely gonna be bread pudding. This is different, unique. I like both the cranberry and the orange. I'm not usually a huge fan of citrus and things. I feel like it goes overboard in a lot of cases or like overrides the flavor, but the cranberry and the orange, it's perfect. And it's given bread pudding. I'll give that 4 out of 5 plus. Here we have the praline pecan muffin. It comes with an alcoholic sauce to put on top of it. So if you are trying to avoid alcohol, you can get this without the sauce. I put the sauce on afterwards. It is hard and sticky, and I don't want to pick it up.
Use a knife.
There's a novel idea. See, what would I do with the princess here? I would be useless. Using your utensils, using your tools. There's a novel idea. I know there are a lot of faces in that bite. I have some minor childhood trauma based around the fact that we used to have 2 pecan trees in our backyard as a child, and I ate pecan pies to sickness. This is like, if you're a cinnamon roll lover and you love pecans, you will love this. It is the stickiest of the icky pecan filled from top to bottom, not just topped sort of cinnamon roll, and the sauce gives it a nice extra hint of sweetness. So it sort of covers up that earthiness that you normally get from the pecans. Honestly, it tastes fine. Not my jam, but I'm sure that one of you would love this. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 points. Last up here we have a apple tart. It's an apple-filled, like turnover style pastry. Because of the way the signs are on the buffet, I may have mixed this up because that is definitely guava and not apple. But it's still very good. It's a good amount of guava in the middle, and the pastry is nice and flaky. I'd give this one 3.5 out of 5 plus. Boma should come with a wheelbarrow to wheel me back to my room.
Food was amazing. Now I will preface by saying we do usually eat everything at the buffet. This time we skipped quite a few things. The fruit salad, I skipped the watermelon, we skipped, I mean, Bear got a good number of the pastries, but all the breads.
I skipped the sliced bread, the bagels. There's a couple other like just off the shelf breads I didn't get. I obviously didn't get the watermelon. I actually couldn't have the fruit salad. The fruit salad has mango in it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't touch that. So
we did as much as we could. We're both pretty full. So I hope that it helped you decide whether or not you think that Boma is worth it.
we'll call this nearly everything. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys touch everything in the buffet? Do you stick to a particular section? Let us know your favorite buffet section in the comments below. So I want to know, like, where do you congregate? Do you go just straight to the carving station? Or are you like, I gotta have my pastries sort of
And
deal?
your salad.
Yeah.
Don't forget your greens.
We still think this is one of the most top tier and underrated buffets on property. Not only is it one of the cheapest, it has the most unique items.
Yeah.
And if you don't leave here full, you weren't trying hard
There's
enough.
literally something for everyone, every diet, every allergy.
Yeah. So, we like anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, maybe we won't come back and show you the second rotation of food that they do at Boma, because they rotate depending on the day you go.
Evil laugh. You heard the girl.